The story of the Exodus is a classic. Moses, Pharaoh, blood, frogs, hail, the splitting of the sea, and the liberation of an enslaved nation from their oppressors. This is what we celebrate during the springtime holiday of Passover, also called Pesach. After some extreme house cleaning, we sit down to eat matzah, bitter herbs, drink 4 cups of wine, ask 4 questions, tell lots of stories, and eat charoset made out of apples and nuts. But when we get down to it all, what really is Passover? And why do we celebrate it? At the heart of Passover is the Seder, the 15-step meal we share. And at the heart of the Seder is the Haggadah, the guidebook to the Seder. In the beginning, our fathers served idols, the Haggadah tells us. Not a very impressive start, but now God brought us close to serve him. It's a long story how we got down to Egypt, but let's just say some rainbow coats and sibling rivalries were involved. The Jewish people, all 70 of them, descended down to Egypt. And there they stayed as shepherds, and then as slaves. And they had kids. Like, lots of kids. Pharaoh didn't take kindly to this. The Egyptians treated us badly. They made the Jews work hard with bricks and mud. They threw the Jewish baby boys into the Nile. But one baby boy, named Moses, was miraculously saved, and even raised in Pharaoh's home. After some wild adventures involving escaping from Egypt, marriage, and a burning bush, Moses was instructed by God to take the people out of Egypt. Pharaoh refused, and so came the 10 plagues. The last plague was the worst of them all, the death of the firstborn. But before that happened, God commanded the Jews to offer a lamb or goat, which the Egyptians worshipped as one of their gods, and smear its blood on the doorposts and lintel of their home. Seeing the blood and the brave devotion it signified, God slew the firstborn Egyptians, passing over the homes of the Jews. That's where the word Passover comes from. That night, the Jews enjoyed a feast of roast lamb, matzah, and bitter herbs. Seeing the death of so many of his people, stubborn Pharaoh finally agreed to let the people go. The next morning, millions of Jewish people proudly marched out of Egypt. They brought dough with them for bread, but due to the haste of the Exodus, it didn't rise, baking as, you guessed it, matzah. Pharaoh changed his mind and chased after them, catching up by the banks of the Red Sea. Fueled by faith, the Jews marched right into the sea, which miraculously split. As soon as they passed, the waters crashed down on the Egyptians. Free at last, the Jews went to Mount Sinai, where God gave them the Torah, making them his special people. Every year since then, Jews commemorate all these great and mighty acts by ridding their homes of chametz, all leavened items, bread, pasta, beer, and other yeasty and grainy products, even bagels. And we sell whatever chametz is left, with the help of a local rabbi or online. Searching the house before Passover, we make sure that not a crumb remains, burning the last pieces. For the next week, we'll be chametz free. At the Seder, the first night of Passover in Israel, the first 2 nights everywhere else, we relive the Exodus from Egypt. After lighting festive candles and setting the table with special items we use that night, we eat matzah, especially a round handmade shmura matzah. We drink 4 cups of wine or grape juice, eat bitter herbs, and enjoy a festive meal, and have some more matzah, the afikomen, as dessert. We sing praises to God and do everything we can to encourage the kids to take part in the experience. All of this, the special foods, the kids asking the 4 questions, the talking and singing, help us relive the miracles God did in the past. And now, in every generation, we're obligated to view ourselves as if we went out of Egypt. You see, the Exodus isn't just some event that happened thousands of years ago, or even just an annual commemoration on Passover. It's something we're meant to experience throughout the year and every day of our lives. The Hasidic masters explain that the Hebrew word for Egypt, Mitzrayim, means boundaries and limitations. We each have our own limitations, fears, comfort zones, and character traits. The secret of Passover is that the Jewish soul can be taken out of Mitzrayim and experience a personal exodus from our inner Egypt, breaking through all those limitations and passing over all boundaries. We can grow as Jews every single day. We can be a little more free than the day before.